maradt a parádéig. A vízhajtás még csak ma, illetve tegnap este kezdtem el. Zsoni úgy látta a formát, hogy ma este
like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow.
What's going on, people?
Special? Take back control of
Is it morning? Yeah, just about. Good morning.
Good afternoon. How is everyone today?
All good.
Very good. So, what do you think about NFP today? Big buy or big sell?
Well, I'm sure bank forecasters are a bit better than me, so maybe we side with them.
Yeah, the bank's forecast is actually quite... It's very in line, and all of them are forecasting around between 100 150k, if I can recall correctly.
Not always right though.
No, but they have more access to data and statistics and all of that. So they have their in-house research team. But for some reason, if I look at the data, if I look at the jobless claims, if I look at the weekly jobless claims, initial and continuing jobless claims, ADP and Georgia openings, everything is pointing or showing a massive resilient economy. And therefore I'm forecasting personally as head of research and development, I'm forecasting over 200k today on NFP. But all the other banks, they're forecasting very low numbers.
I'd have to tend to agree with you.
Thank you. So I'm not alone in this war.
Just sell to hell.
Hopefully it's going to happen. And I can say I was right and the banks were wrong.
Or another way to look at it, it's suckering in as many people as they can.
That would be a big conspiracy theory.
And we're not about that, right?
Imagine all the banks colluding, cooking the numbers, and they say, "Oh, let's screw those day traders. Let's forecast a very low number." But in reality, NFP is going to be very high.
Have you seen the inverse Kramer index? You know the Jim Cramer, the guy on NBC?
Yeah.
Mad Money with Mad Money or whatever his name is. The inverse Kramer is an index where basically you just sell everything he tells you to buy and buy whatever he tells you to sell, and it's one of the most profitable index. It's one of the most profitable indexes.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's the reverse trading. Okay. I made a poll in Telegram and YouTube, and half. So it's very close call. Bump or dump. Tired. Very tired. Hello Hardik. Hello Michael. or Michelle.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Bram. Welcome back.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Good. Getting ready. My bags are packed.
Yes, wanted to ask, when is your day?
I'm leaving on Monday, Saudi Arabia.
Already?
Yeah, very quick. I had to get over there very quickly, yeah. So, start working.
Yeah, they're not
Tuesday.
messing around. They give you a
No,
job,
I've got
move now.
big project, big airport, you know, they're quite desperate to
Well, desperate
get
means
people
good
there.
salary.
Yeah, no tax.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a big move. 'Cause the whole family, everyone's going, but
Are they excited?
yeah, but they'll have to come in a couple of months. I have to go get the school sorted first, you know. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, wish you good luck, brother.
yeah,
Hopefully
good.
everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, no, stay in touch. I'll listen in. Please.
What do you think about NFP today, Bram? Are you selling or buying?
I only had one trade this week, and at the beginning of the week, good buys. You know, I made good money, and then I then get back in and I lose everything. So, but this week I just stayed out. You know, I just get
Wow.
my 4%, and I just stayed out. So today I think it's gonna go up, but I just want to stay out. I think
Yeah, that's a big
because
improvement.
every time I move, I burn on the NFP. I burn somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a massive improvement because I remember that how many times you revenge traded.
Yeah, I
And
do.
you
I
had
do a big win, and then I think I'm going to win more, and then I lose everything, and then I go revenge, and I go backwards. So
Yeah, when you had a couple of good weeks, you know, making money,
Yeah.
and then one day was enough to wipe all of that.
yeah, and that's my problem. I do, you know. So this time I just think I'll just stay out, you know, just get busy with other things and just forget about it, and that's better.
Yeah.
I think almost break even now this year, so which is good.
That's very good, brother.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm proud of you.
Very good.
One thing I'm very scared of is what if price spikes up? So I'm going to reduce some of the risk. I'm going to rather take a small loss on the positions now, on the lower positions, because I entered prematurely 2 positions before this morning, and price since went up, retested the daily pivot, and the problem is that if it spikes up, it would close out all of my positions. So I would rather take 2 small losses now with the lower positions and leave the positions that you can see on the chart open, and widen the stop loss for these, because yeah, that would keep, yeah, that should be fine. 60. Who's buying?
I'm in a buy.
Oh, what's your why are you buying? Is it technical analysis or crystal ball?
Technicals, price action.
What do you see?
So I'm in a buy at 2733. My stop loss is tight, so
Wow, mate, that's literally the bottom of the wick.
yep. I sent it at the chat here in Zoom.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Yep.
Wow,
Thank you.
it's a nice catch.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hello, Shawnee.
How's things today, Thomas?
Yeah, shitty NFP again. There's so much.
Lovely.
I hate it. I mean, most traders lose money during NFP. I mean, if ask any trader, I guarantee that 90% are going to say yes, they lose money on NFP.
For sure, man. I've burnt my fingers so many times, especially on funded accounts. I've got to learn, like even now I have a position that's pretty close to entry, but I'd rather break even than taking that 1% loss with a spike.
Yeah, I closed down 2 losses, even though it was well within my risk tolerance. But I'm afraid that if we have a big swing or a big spike up, then it would close out all my positions and even more if there's any slippage. So I rather took 2 small losses and now waiting for the data and keeping these 2 positions at higher price.
Thomas, if we do see high numbers in NFP, where do you think gold can fall to?
To the place which I marked on Discord.
Is it possible that people will start buying the dip near 2700?
Anything is possible, but I wouldn't risk or wouldn't dare to risk, you know, playing or catching a falling knife type of game.
Okay, thanks.
And the reason why I'm targeting 2700 is because it's a nice round psychological number. But banks' forecast today are very, very low. Could be because of the hurricane which hit the US on in October. So all the banks are forecasting some very, very low job numbers. And I'm going against all the banks. The main reason for that is because I looked at all the jobless claims data. Hasn't gone up. It decreased the jobless claims. So less people claiming unemployment benefit. Also, I looked at ADP and JOLTS, which I know it's not the best forecaster and it's as bad as NFP, but both of those showed an increase in job creation. And my theory, therefore, that NFP should print a higher number today, over 200,000 K. And if that happens, that's going to reignite the fear of inflation, and traders, the Fed, or traders are going to speculate that the Fed has to increase the interest rate cut, or has to speed up the process of cutting interest rate.
Imagine how crazy a Fed pivot right now would be.
A Fed pivot to
back to raising. If because things are starting to heat up and it's looking like you're getting some sort of weird stagflation going on. If we started the year off with higher for longer, middle of the year was losing, and we end the year on a pivot, that would just be insane.
Yeah, but it did happen in the 1970s. Everyone thought that inflation is over, and there was an even bigger inflation next year or a couple of years later. So there was a spike, they managed to bring it down, and there was another spike in prices.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tomas.
Hello.
I have a question for you.
Hey Thomas, how's it going? I'm just stuffing my face, so I've just turned my camera off.
Sure.
Since everyone is projecting lower numbers and therefore everyone is projecting gold to go up, I seem to remember a couple of non-farm payrolls where there was a consensus like this, and then gold doing exactly the opposite of what everyone was thinking. Which is the main reason why I stay out of NFP all the time. I almost never front run NFP because it's just too crazy. Like you said, everybody loses money on it.
Absolutely.
Do you find that as well, that when there's kind of an obvious consensus the way there is today, that it's even more unpredictable?
Yes. It's scary that how all the banks are forecasting, below 200,000. I'm not saying that, they're wrong. I could be wrong very well. I have a different view on the markets. That's it. Corey Restaino is asking, should we sell news or not? Should we sell news? I'm selling, but today is very uncertain. We had a hurricane in the US last month, and that can really mess up everything because we don't know what NFP number is going to be. The consensus or the forecast is very low. It's 106k. Unemployment rate unchanged. That's the forecast. I'm expecting more than 200,000 in job creation, but 50% chance. So I'm on the sell side. If I get closed out from the positions that I have runners, this one right here, I'm going to look for another entry, and depending on the data, of course, because the data is going to determine the direction for gold, not the other way around.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hello, Thomas.
Hey, Tarek, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Tired, very tired.
Weekend.
Yeah, weekend is coming, and I'm gonna take a few days off next week for two reasons. Then I can have a longer weekend, and the second one is presidential elections, and my office gets refurbished, so.
I saw that The Economist today endorsed Kamala Harris.
Economist is I used to love that magazine. I was a subscriber like 10 years ago, but the problem is that they live in a utopia. They want to live in a utopia, and I almost threw up multiple times when I was reading that magazine. I stopped immediately the subscription. There are some good articles, but the problem is that the world they want to be, like we're holding each other's hand and singing, and it's just it's way too I wouldn't say academic, because not all academics think the same way.
Just unrealistic.
Yeah, unrealistic, and it's too liberal for me.
So which magazine do you read now then?
The one with the centerfold, the girly mag.
I was just teasing it out to you, Thomas.
Yeah, I.
If she's blonde, you buy. If she's brunette, you sell.
Yeah. Don't really read. Well, I read Financial Times and sometimes Bloomberg, but I don't really like the magazine. I read books and news. Corey, I might trade news for the first time. Go easy with the lot size, and it's a good advice that to protect your capital, Forex has a deposit bonus, which I highly recommend, especially for news events, because this way you can protect your capital. And you can protect your capital. And the maximum that you can lose is the deposit bonus. So if you go to alphafx.eu/4xc, you can read about it. You get 50% deposit bonus up to $2,000. So imagine that you have $2,000 or $1,000, I can't remember, that basically you can play with, because you can't withdraw that extra money, but you can play with. It gives you extra margin, extra leverage. And any profit you made on top of that you can withdraw. So from virtual money, you can make real money. Oh, gold started to fall, and we have 12 minutes until NFP. Oliver Duba, is the market still focused on job mandate of the Fed, or does it become more sensitive to US elections? Right now, as of today, so today is NFP, next week is going to be elections, so I think everyone is focusing on NFP now, and elections are going to be in highlight next week. But I won't be trading elections at all. I'm not going to risk any money at all on something that I don't know, so I'm not into politics. Ooh, position running in profit for now.
Oh, sudden drop.
Good afternoon, Thomas. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hey.
Hope you're all well.
Hello, Kai.
How are you?
Very well, thank you so much. Gold is running in 20-30 pips profit for now, but it can change any minute. So in 11 minutes we're going to have NFP data, and this month it's fairly difficult to forecast. Obviously we had a natural disaster in the US, Hurricane Milton. Was it Milton? Anyway, one hurricane last month, very devastating, and that has pretty much a big effect on job creation on some parts of the US. Most of the banks forecasting between 100 and 157, and the lowest is 70k from TD Securities, and the highest is 157 JP Morgan. So all of them forecasting below 200,000. I'm forecasting above 200,000 because of the jobless claims, which actually decreasing, so less people claiming unemployment benefit. ADP and JOLTS, I know not the most perfect or the best numbers, but both of them were pretty high, and that can be a good forecast sometimes. So for some reason, when I think about the US economy and I see, growth data is very strong, so the US is resilient. Logically, I'm thinking that there's a job creation that needs to support that growth.
You're expecting the unemployment rate to stay above 4% as well, or what's your thoughts about that?
On unemployment claim?
Unemployment rate.
Not too sure. Wolver Thomas, hello, the question is, if it is a mixed number, why should we focus more? Which one has the biggest impact before elections? I think if it's a mixed number, just stay away, in my opinion, because in what way is it mixed? Which data has more significance? Is there significant change to what direction? We have 5 minutes. Get your credit cards ready. 4 minutes. Okay, welcome everyone to the stream. NFP is coming up in a few minutes. To be precise, 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Most of the major banks are forecasting NFP to be between 70 and 157,000. As the new jobs have been created. Personally, if I look at the data, jobless claims, initial and continuing, ADP, JOLTS, and if I think logically, if I look at the growth data, all I see is a robust economy. And personally, I'm forecasting over 200,000. But it's very difficult this time to forecast because we had a natural disaster last month in the US, some parts of the United States. I'm in a sell on gold, so you can see my position live on the screen. Not heavy lots, absolutely not heavy lots. NFP is one of the worst data to trade. The whiplash, the volatility is just way too big, closes out buyers and sellers. And if I can give you one advice, if you can make, if you get the direction right, whether it's a buy or a sell, take some partials after 50, 100, 200 pips, because price can easily revert or reverse and close you out. And Chikok says, he says, it will be 95% dirt to move as typical NFP data release. Yep, absolutely, absolutely. NFP is notoriously just dirty, disgusting. Anyway, 50 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen. And now, get your credit cards ready.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Okay, oh my god.
12k, Jesus fucking Christ. That is absolutely insane. How on earth that... As
wow.
I think that's...
Holy... That's crazy.
That is wow.
How many jobs is it? Oh, you didn't see it.
12,000. That is absolutely
guys,
insane.
NFP
I'm closing down the cells.
Yeah.
But that is just way... Yeah, I can hear you. It's just way below.
Okay, cool. Strong buy, strong sell.
Mistake.
Index is strong sell, strong buy and gold for me.
I'm too scared now. I'm too scared to enter into a buy, even though it dictates
strong
that.
Signals.
Yeah. Okay. I did the analysis, which is a buy if it's significantly low. But the problem is, I was never expecting 12,000. That is just insane.
Gotta be a mistake. Can't be real.
That is crazy.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi,
Francisca.
Hello.
The last time this happened, you remember gold sold off a lot? And next Monday was like this Black Monday.
Yeah, that was actually, yeah, you know what, I'm pulling out of the buy as well. It is just...
Yeah, it's too much.
I think it's
Wow.
too ridiculous, right? It would have gone flying already.
Yeah, somebody's really selling into this heavily.
Okay, let's think logically.
Yeah.
Let's wait for a second. Data is, price hasn't moved that much. Francisco is right. The last time it was 114,000 gold and everything else sold off. And now it's 12,000. And it's just way below a low level to buy. So if it's after NFP, actually I'm going to delete from the chart because it's no longer right. That's just absolutely insane. Yeah.
Recession concerns, pressure on equities.
Look at the
outlook terms.
Yeah, the fear of recession, and look at the daily pivot. It's still holding. So I'm going to risk. It's
It doesn't make sense.
It's pure gambling.
think
no
logically.
case.
Think logically.
So I'm just checking out the numbers now.
What about other platforms?
Holy moly. Civilian labor force minus 200 and what? I've never seen a minus number. So the civilian non-institutional population, the civilian labor force is minus 220. What does that even mean? There's minus numbers everywhere.
Yeah, I mean the private non-farm payrolls number is negative 28,000 as well.
Civilian labor force employed minus 368.
Unemployment
Yeah,
rate has been unchanged.
It is a strong sell on the index.
So the way you have to look at this, I think, is does today's data change the probability of another rate cut or two before the end of the year of 25 basis points each? Because that's probably what was already priced into the market.
At 25, yeah.
25 in November, 25 in December. Right? Pretty much?
I think, yeah. One or two.
I think you give gold half an hour and it's gonna get moving.
Yeah,
The
but
thing is,
if
what do negatives mean? We still haven't worked that out yet. Does negatives mean like really good or really bad?
It's not great.
The decrease in the overall number. So whatever that number was last month. I'm just reading up some stuff about the hurricane. They're releasing some comments about that.
It's funny that gold hasn't moved. It only moved briefly moved 60 to 100 pips. That's. I think everyone is now shocked that how low the data came out, NFP, and I'm more inclined to stay in the cells, even though I said that if data is lower than expected, but not this low. I mean, come on, it's almost zero. 12,000 jobs been added. It's nothing. It's just too low.
You know what? Sorry, Thomas. The statement that they've just released here, where they like blankly, I'm gonna put it on the group. They blankly like blamed the hurricane for this number, and I'm trying to think now: are people taking that into account? Which is why it's not pumping. Everyone knows that it's like a fake number.
But it's not possible to quantify effect on storms.
Too much of an
payrolls,
outlier.
so it's too much. It's too much. It's a low number.
I'll send that statement over to you guys now.
So I think the labor market is very weak right now.
Well, with 12,000, yeah.
The U.S. Labor Bureau statistics, it is not possible to quantify effects of storms on payrolls. The hurricanes had no discernible impact on the jobless rate, unemployment rate.
Exactly.
How? So, if they basically they factored out the hurricane. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
And if this number is true, I think it's just made up. That's insane. I mean, look at the growth. US just grew, 3%. I don't know what was the number, but the US continued to print solid numbers, and that growth needs jobs, needs workers. It just doesn't make sense.
That was next NFP. We will see a revision of this.
I never traded such a low NFP number. Of course, if we strip out COVID.
Anybody's fair value gap trader. There's a pretty big one for me.
Very weird. It's going to make next month interesting on the release. Would it just be classed as too much of an outlier and kind of ignored?
No, we have had negative, even negative numbers before, but 12,000 is just absolutely ridiculous.
I do see your point of getting into another sell, but obviously not right now.
I think that the government payrolls outpace the private sector. So maybe a strong buy for gold, I guess.
Currency pairs are doing better than gold, which is nice. Maybe gone crazy.
Nothing. What's happening with
look at
dollar?
The yields? Yeah, I was about to say that the dollar tanked, the yields tanked.
Yeah.
Yeah. They forgot to put a zero. That is all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything might tank today.
They have
to jump back into the inflation hedge.
Yeah, dollars.
So yields are going down massively, which is bad for the dollar. Let's have a look on.
Dude, the dollar sold off.
Dollar is tanking.
0.3%. Yeah.
Yeah, it did sell off.
On the other hand, Bitcoin did pretty well.
So yields and dollar is definitely favoring longs on gold, and gold moved the least out of all the assets, and of course stocks, indices, but all the other markets, like the dollar is getting absolutely hammered. Yields are going well below 4% now. I think it's going to dip below 4% pretty soon. So this is bullish for gold, but the fear of recession with this low job creation and 4.1% unemployment, I'm thinking...
You're thinking a sell, aren't you? Like in August we had this, didn't we?
Yeah.
Everything just sold off that one of the days. I forgot which day it was, but everything just went kaput.
Tamas, could the election be limited upside potential for gold today as well? Obviously, being Friday as well.
No, I think it's traders are going to focus on elections next week, but it's something that I don't think this is cannot be quantified. Like how many people trading elections versus NFP.
Yeah.
The fundamentals, one thing, Tamas, is like the Dow just rallied. I mean, the buying that came into it when it was such a strong sell signal. Ridiculous buy.
Bye. Why did the Dow Jones?
Industrial. I think it's the rotation play. I think we're going to see the broadening of the stock market.
Yeah, the defensive stocks.
Exactly, right. So it's your staples, your consumers, all that sort of stuff.
Okay, here we go.
You can see that.
First idea. Let's enter into long on. I like this idea, so I entered on a long on US 30. Targeting 43,000.
Because I think the DAX is doing as well. Yeah, the DAX also held up nicely, and that's an industrial focus.
I'm entering a sell in gold. Risking 1%, so 1,894 pounds. I'm selling gold. I'm buying Dow Jones. Is someone playing Flipper?
Sorry, that's me.
Pinball.
That's an MC5. It's the worst trading platform.
I know someone changed someone managed to change the sounds in MT5. So every time when his stop loss was hit, I don't know who was it, but there was a woman screaming. Or a goat.
I think we will see an initial sell-off, but strong buys from lower levels on gold.
Okay. Yeah, I think it can go either way. It's either gold is going to be used as, you know, a hedge, or it's going to sell off just as it did.
What's happening in short?
August 2nd, it was.
What happened with what? In August,
In
yeah.
August.
Nothing. Alles gut now.
Alles gut.
Alles gut, das ist so schön. Again, Thomas, why are you playing with your screen?
No, I was looking for a screenshot. To post. I cannot find. Oh, got it. Got it. Okay, 10 pips a profit. Amazing. Come on, people, hit the like button on YouTube. Kindly. 22 pips of profit. Easy. Easy money. Who's making money? Oh, now it's back to 4 pips. No. It's, I mean, this low jobs number, just before, 4 days before election, it's not looking good for Biden or Kamala. Then you have the strike, the hurricane. Not good.
I will be very surprised if Trump wins. I think
Could you imagine Kamala as a president?
Yeah.
What?
Would she be a good president?
Did you just agree with that, Mike? Sorry.
He said that he asked me if I could imagine her as president, and I thought about that.
Would
for
you
a
want
second.
her to?
Yeah. I mean, I
Oh.
definitely prefer her over Trump. I think Trump's very unstable, and his tariff plan really concerns me. He wants to put a tariff on all imported goods.
The guy has a plan.
And I think the problem with that is it's the only way that the president can play favorites, because the president can grant exceptions to tariff rules. And I think what he's going for here is some sort of oligarchy rule where he exerts a lot of power to punish his enemies, to favor his friends. That's not the kind of government that we need here.
You do know what the Democrats have been doing to all their political opponents, right? This is nuts.
No, what have they been doing?
Anyway, I won't get onto Thomas's podcast, but
I think Zuma would be very proud, Tony.
Pardon me, sir?
I think Zuma would be very proud of Trump.
Yeah.
Okay, so enough politics. I do respect everyone's opinion, whoever they vote.
Likewise.
So yeah, let's not bring it in. Good luck to both candidates in the presidential election, and may the best win. And there's a question. Ravus is asking, Dukes, D-E-U-X, Dukes, 12,000 NFP, why sell? New to fundamentals. Now, this NFP shocked everyone, and the reason why I'm selling, even though if we had a 100k, 150k number, I would have buy gold, but because the number came out so ridiculously low, I think that this is going to reignite the fear of recession and everything is going to sell off. And that's my speculation. It did happen in August. Like for 2 days, everything was selling off like crazy. Stocks, bonds, indices. It was absolutely crazy. And I'm speculating on the same thing to happen today. What's your thought on this? Nikhil Sain is asking what should be the sell target. Brother, it's open. Ask your bank
Well,
account.
yesterday was what? $25, $30 yesterday? $50 yesterday? I can't remember yet, Thomas.
Yeah.
Ah.
That was...
When? My fucking luck, man. My internet cut out.
Ouch.
Well, later we're gonna have more news.
Yeah, we're going to have the PMI.
price, we haven't seen a lot of. It's 443 now, the 10-year. We were 430 for a little while, but 12,000. It needs on.
Yeah, this might be the first NFP with this low price movement. Every NFP there's like 200 pips with.
Bye, Thomas. Was nice to see you. I wasn't here since a long time.
Yeah.
Take care and good luck with the position.
Thank
I'm in
you.
Chile now.
Yeah, you
That's
mentioned
right.
going to Chile.
Take care and good luck.
See you later. Bye bye.
Bye.
Absolutely no movement at all.
Probably gonna wait the New York Open.
Yeah. And that is going to be either pop or melt.
Or pot raise.
Yep, we've seen that before. A couple of days ago, both buyers and sellers were closed out by a 200 pip wick candle. Hello from North Carolina. Hello. Hi from Chile. Chile. Hello guys. Where are you from? So nice to see different people from different countries. Anyone from sunny Petersburg? South Africa. Yoma, China. How you doing, bro?
Szia Tamás!
Hello. Szia Gergő.
What is your idea on S&P with these datas?
Boy.
Yeah. Tricky question.
The S&P is tricky because that's a very broad index. Have a look on how many utility companies. For how many defensive stocks are in the S&P 500? Because I don't have that information. With Tony, we just discussed. Have you heard about the defensive strategy? So
Yes,
during
absolutely.
during recessions, you know, there's a rotation of portfolios, and from, for example, the high risk money goes from the high risk stocks, for example, NASDAQ or tech companies, into defensive stocks like utilities, healthcare, you know, and all that. And hence I entered into a much narrower index, which is the Dow Jones 30, and I entered into buy. But S&P 500, I'm not too sure. Yep, S&P 500 is selling off. NASDAQ surprisingly hasn't sold off yet. So maybe the AI story is strong enough, but then 2 days ago it just sold off because of AI and all the false
Maybe
promises.
the reports, the earning reports, can hold a support for it.
Yeah, true.
But with the open, I think it will sold off. Maybe.
It's very difficult to trade with such a low NFP number during the middle of the earnings season.
Yeah.
Just before the presidential elections. What else?
It's very manipulative. It's very manipulative.
Yeah, we have presidential elections coming up. Middle of earnings seasons. NFP printed not an all-time low, but a very low number, 12,000. Iran is possibly going to attack Israel over the weekend.
Rate decision next week. So.
Yeah, Fed decision next week. It's very eventful.
So Thomas, you are taking days off.
Yep.
Okay, when's that?
When?
Yes, when?
Next week.
All right. We'll miss you.
Oh, thank you. I wish you too. Shahid Aman is asking, are you selling? Yeah, boy. Selling everything. My liver, my wife.
Which one do you get more for?
Probably my wife.
Send me the website with the wife one.
Hey, Taz, how you doing?
I'm all good,
Mr. Crypto Guru.
Enjoying the nice trades this afternoon.
Yeah, I was quite hesitant because, you know, that number has just caught me off guard. NFP came out, I was like, wait, what? And I had to look twice, and I had to confirm it, like, is it really 12,000?
And I was waiting for your confirmation before I jumped in.
Not sure if it's going to be the right decision, but, you know, what happened in August was a good historical...
It's also been rejecting 2760 for the last 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
So half an hour, right? You can see. So last week's high was 2759.
Anyway, price hasn't moved. It's only moved in a 50 pip range. Now it's edging a little bit higher, retesting the pivot. I'm gonna call it a day. Be careful because there's another data set coming. The PMI. ISM manufacturing PMI. And that is very important. It's going to move the market. But for now, I'm going to leave you in peace, and I'm sailing away for a few days. I will be back probably next. Well, we'll see. We'll message you. I won't be able to do any morning briefing or live calls. Those who would like to join the Alpha community, go to alphafx.eu and join the party. Thank you so much, guys, and see you all next week.
Thanks so much. Have a nice evening.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Sell.
Sell. And actually, I'm going to post a discount link in the YouTube chat that you can use. Many people requested this discount. So there you go. In the YouTube chat, if you'd like to join the Alpha community and learn more about, macro trading, economics, how to trade fundamental news or data like this one. I mean, today maybe not the best example because this 12,000 is definitely caught me off guard, but I think a few other people can say the same thing. Traders, analysts, and even seasoned traders like, wow, 12,000. But anyway, discount link in the YouTube chat. I'm going to pin it. Thank you so much, guys, and I wish a very good weekend. This is the Alpha FX.